The world's most powerful politicians and business leaders are descending on the small Swiss ski town of Davos with an ambitious task. They'll be trying to get a sense of whether the world economy is still staring at another damaging recession or whether it has withstood another tough year and is slowly edging towards recovery. The World Economic Forum is an event rarely missed by business leaders, by politicians and even central bankers. It has the power to set the agenda for an entire year. Resilient dynamism is this year's theme, and it's hardly the phrase that excites or even creates confidence, but rather smells of caution.
The world economic crisis has been on now for almost half a decade. We're barely out of it. America almost went over the cliff. Europe is still grappling with its problems. We have a rather dangerous area of the world in the Middle East because the institutions and states have been destabilized.
2013 sees South Africa sending its biggest delegation ever, and it comes at a precarious time.
I think it's a one time that they have to meet the world's elite. Not only the world's political elite, but the world's business elite. And I'm sure that those people who know about South Africa will give them a very hard message.
With labour unrest, credit rating downgrades, 25% unemployment and poverty, the burning question is how badly has South Africa's image as the powerhouse of Africa been damaged? The South African delegation will hope the return of successful businessman Cyril Ramaphosa to the ruling party's leadership and the ANC's championing of its National Development Plan and its national conference will help boost the country's image, particularly in the eyes of foreign investors.
Over the next 5 years, the ANC will take decisive and resolute action to overcome the triple challenges of poverty, inequality and unemployment, which are at the heart of South Africa's challenge.
President Zuma will face a tough task trying to convince global business leaders that all is well in the southern tip of Africa. If form is any guide, he'll gloss over the challenges South Africa faces and try to talk up the country's successes. Images of the Marikana killings, frequent labour unrest, which often have turned violent, coupled with service delivery protests, have been beamed around the world, creating a negative image of South Africa. Now, will President Zuma's calls for perspective, using his open and joking manner, work this time around? Eleni Jokos, Davos, Switzerland.